Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this is a breaking news story coming from Newham in East London. We've covered several cases in the past few days coming from Newham, and this is the latest in what seems like a never-ending cycle. My London newspaper has reported that a teenager is dead after being stabbed on Monday, the 26th of April, streets away from where a 14-year-old boy was killed on Friday. A murder investigation is underway following the latest death in East London, and police were called at approximately 2:45 p.m. to reports that a man believed to be aged 18 had been stabbed in Coolfin Road in Canning Town. Officers and London Ambulance Service paramedics went to the scene, and despite their best efforts, he died at the scene. The street has a cordon in place around a mile wide across Barking Road, moments away where the 14-year-old named as Fares Maatou was killed on Friday. Today's fatality is one of 3 stabbings that have been reported within 55 minutes of each other on the streets of East London. Officers were called to Chadwell Heath, where an 18-year-old was stabbed in the leg, and also East India Dock Road in Poplar, where a 17-year-old was stabbed. Freemasons Road is cordoned off to the Nisa store close to where the road meets Coolfin Road. And Freemasons Road is a very notorious road in the area that has been the scene of many different stabbings and also murders as well. There has so far been no arrests, and a Section 60 order is in place across the whole of Newham from 4 p.m. till 7 a.m. tomorrow. Section 60 orders mean police can stop anybody for any reason and search them if they think they may be involved. The victim's brother, they also say, was reportedly also murdered in the area. The victim has been named locally as Jah, and his older brother was Ahmed Jah, more commonly known as Grinnas, who was associated to Bexton 6th and 16th, which is Custom House, and that area, which the police say has been at war with the north side of Newham for several years. The victim's auntie said that we always knew him as Junior. He was a beautiful boy, he just turned 18. We didn't see family often, but I remember he was a good boy. Several other people also referred to him as Junior at the scene as well, when the reporters were present. Detectives are gathering evidence from the spot where the teenager was stabbed, and it's the second killing in Newham in 3 days. Young people were seen gathering around the area upset and talking about their friend. And this is 3 stabbings in 55 minutes just in East London on its own. We're not going to show some of the footage of the other videos due to the fact that it's too graphic, and we do not show them sort of videos on the channel. A local neighbour told the newspaper that he'd lived in the area his whole life, and he has 4 children that go to a local primary school. And he's worried that it could have been his own child. He said he wants to move out of the area, and he says that it's happening everywhere right now. Another local resident as well said they don't want their kids growing up in East London. And this was a common recurring theme that the papers were told when they was interviewing neighbours. There was 10 police at the scene, and there was large crowds that were gathering. People had their head in their hands, and there was mourning the boy. The police official statements say they're not considering the incidents linked at this time. But the brutal murder that comes days after the death of Fares is an example of how bad it really has got since they've come out of lockdown in London. In relation to the murder of his brother, Ahmed Jah, in 2017, they said in early reports in the Evening Standard at the time that he was one of 4 siblings. His family paid tribute to him and said he was a beautiful boy. And Ahmed had planned to start a construction apprenticeship from September and told his parents that he was going to BJ Wines on Freemason Road to buy a can of fruit juice at 3:30. And when he went there, he was set upon by a gang and stabbed in the chest. His father said that young people need to put down the knives and stop the violence, as it is destroying families and communities. And sadly, this is the case in Newham. There is so many people with talent, there is so many artists that have come out of Newham that have gone on to do brilliant things like Morrison and J Hus, and also Vils as well, and who has documented in some of his songs the losses that he's experienced from growing up in that area. And we've covered a lot of stories from Newham over the past 3 years on the channel. And police believe that Grinnas was a major part of the Beckton area gang, and that a lot of retaliation was caused following his death. So as I said, this is a breaking news story, and we're definitely going to keep you updated on anything else that breaks in the next coming days. I really appreciate it if you like the video to support the channel. This video would not be advertised on by YouTube, so it really is down to you to share it in order to get the story out there. Please don't forget to follow us on social media as well, and don't forget we've got a new TikTok at Scarcity Studios UK, and follow us on there for the latest updates and news. Peace.
Anche